Stop what you're doing right now and count how many things that you're thinking about right now. If you are like most working moms, I know you probably lost count around 15. Your lunch tomorrow, that work deadline, your kid's permission slip, the groceries you forgot to order, that text you haven't answered yet. Here's what nobody talks about. You are not just busy, you are mentally exhausted from being everyone else's external hard drive. You remember birthdays, appointments, preferences, and needs for everyone around you, but there's no space left in your brain for your own thoughts, dreams, or even just quiet. And before we go any further, let me say this. You are not failing, you are not broken, you are not doing anything wrong. You are trying to operate a 21st century life with systems that were not designed for everything you are managing. I know this because I have lived it. As a former senior government executive trying to be present for my family, I was drowning in mental noise. My days were not just full, but my brain was overflowing with everyone else's life. So this constant mental juggling has a name. It's called the mental load. And research shows it disproportionately affects women, especially working mothers. According to a research by Bernard in 2009, women in leadership positions experience what's called role overload, where the expectations of managing both professional and family responsibilities create significant stress. And this is not just about having too many tasks, it is about being the one who has to remember, track, and manage all those tasks. This mental load is not just exhausting, but it impacts our ability to focus, be present, and pursue our own goals. When your brain is constantly tracking everybody else's needs, there's little capacity left for your own creativity and dreams. So this isn't just about feeling overwhelmed, but it directly impacts our careers and our own well-being. So does this sound familiar? If you're nodding your head right now, know that you are not alone, and more importantly, there are solutions. I need you to hear this. The fact that you feel overwhelmed doesn't mean that you are not capable. It means that you are just a human. You are trying to hold an impossible amount in your head, and the solution isn't to get better at juggling, but it's to put some of those balls down safely. Some days you won't get everything done, and that's not a failure. That is just life. What matters is that you have a system that helps you feel confident about what you are doing instead of feeling guilty about what you are not doing. So I have tried every planner, every productivity system, and time management hack that I could find. And I had beautiful planners with color-coded sections. I tried digital tools, paper systems, and even combinations of both. But here's what I discovered. Traditional planning systems are designed for managing tasks, not for offloading the mental burden that comes with being the household manager, caregiver, and professional all at once. So most planners focus on scheduling and task lists, but they don't address the invisible mental work, the anticipating, the connecting of the dots, the emotional labor of remembering everyone's preferences, needs, and feelings. So the problem is it's being the only one holding the entire system in your head. That's when I realized that I didn't need more time management tricks. I just needed a genuine system for offloading the mental weight that I was carrying. So that's when I developed what I now call the ARISE method, a system specifically designed to address not just tasks, but the cognitive load of managing multiple roles. So the ARISE method isn't about doing more or being more productive. It is about giving yourself permission to be human while still achieving what matters most. So let me explain further. A is for assess. Before you can plan, you pause, and this is where you do a complete brain dump, getting everything out of your head and onto paper. This simple act reduces cognitive load and anxiety by externally storing information your brain is trying to hold. R is for reflect. This is where you look at patterns and connections, what's working, what feels heavy. This step helps you to make conscious decisions rather than just reacting to demands. I is for intent. Here you will be defining 1 to 3 core goals for your week or month. You are not trying to do everything. you are choosing what matters most right now. And S is for structure. This is where you create systems that work for your unique life, time blocking your week with buffer zones for life's surprises. And E is for execute, where you follow your plan while staying flexible, checking in regularly to adjust as needed. Alright, so let me show you how this works in real life. And by the way, this is my Franken planner that I use my Arise method. So here is my brain dump insert. I know it looks really simple, and yes, it is supposed to be simple because I don't want anything else to distract my thoughts except downloading what's in my brain. To help me with the downloading, I also have my own trigger list. So my trigger list have some key categories like family commitments, my work projects, home management, and personal goals that prompt my memory and ensure that I am capturing everything that's occupying my mental space. So this simplicity is very intentional. Research on cognitive offloading shows that the most effective tools for reducing mental load are those that create minimal friction between your thoughts and the capture system. So the goal isn't to create another complicated system to manage. It is to give your brain permission to release all those swirling thoughts, knowing that they are safely documented. So here's the beautiful thing about this brain dump, that once it's out of your head, you get to choose. And you get to look at this list and say, what actually that needs to happen this week? Not everything, just what matters most right now. So some things will have to wait, some things will fall off the list entirely, and that's not failure. That is intentional living. So you are not trying to do everything, you are trying to do the right things for this season of your life. So here is the task map and also the project insert that I have created when I realized that traditional to-do lists don't capture the complexity of projects and some tasks that working moms juggle. It breaks down multi-step tasks and also projects, includes space for resources you will need, and helps you to get the realistic deadlines. So research shows that working moms who clearly define their roles and create good systems to manage their responsibilities tend to be happier and have a better work-life balance. And the most helpful strategy for women leaders was being able to see themselves as both good mothers and capable professionals. And this is exactly why I created these planning tools to help you succeed in both roles. So when I started using this system, the transformation was profound. Instead of carrying everything in my head and constantly afraid I was forgetting something important, I had a trusted system. My brain could finally relax knowing that everything has been captured and also organized. And that's exactly what I want for you too as well. Not just a prettier planner, but also quieter mind. I wish someone had told me this earlier. You don't have to earn your worth by getting everything done perfectly. You don't have to prove that you can handle it all. We have been conditioned to think that being a good mom or a successful professional means never dropping the ball. But the truth is, the goal isn't to become a superhuman task completing machine, but it's to create space for what actually matters to you. So if you're feeling that constant mental noise, that endless tab switching in your brain, first know this: you are already doing so much more than you give yourself credit for. You are not behind, you're not falling, you are managing an incredible amount with grace, even when it doesn't feel that way. You don't need more hours in the day. You need a system that is designed for the beautifully complex life you are living. A system that celebrates progress over perfection, that makes space for both your responsibilities and also your dreams. And the Arise method isn't about becoming someone new, but it's about supporting who you already are, because you are enough. You just need the right tools to see it. So I would love to hear from you in the comments. What's the one thing that you have accomplished this week that you haven't given yourself credit for? And which part of the Arise method feels like it might give you the most relief? If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more planning and productivity content, and check out the links below for the planning inserts that I have mentioned. And speaking of giving yourself permission to be imperfect, if you have ever felt guilty about those empty pages in a beautiful journal that you have bought with good intentions, I have this video here that might really resonate with you. So lastly, remember, you don't need to carry it all in your head. You don't need to do it perfectly. With the right system, you can finally give your brain the rest it deserves while still moving toward what matters most for you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!